Coach, just introduce these three and tell us why you brought them with you today.
Okay, I got Maddie Walter. Do you want me to just go down the line?
Sure, yeah.
And then why I brought them?
Yeah.
I've got Maddie Walter, who's a junior, Clarkie Wilkinson, who's a senior, and Avery Davis, who is a sophomore. And I think, the reason why we brought them three today is because the team and as coaches value them as leaders, value them as teammates in the program, and just what they've done this preseason and what they've done in summer has proved to, step up and be the face of the program, I guess.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. So what's is this year like just the hopeful next step? I mean, like y'all done so many great things the last few years. Is this just hopefully a continuation of that with this year's team?
I hope so. I don't think anything changes with us. I think it's still the same motto as when we go into every season. Give the best you can and do the best you can, and let's get better every day. We've talked about last year and years to come. It's a testament to these young ladies that are sitting next to me, just doing the little things the right way and doing everything the right way, and everything else will kind of fall into place how it needs to.
Yeah. Girls, tell me a little bit about, how much fun has it been the last couple of years, and then how much that excites you for what you can potentially do this year?
I think it's super exciting. Just going to the Final Four for the first time in school history is like crazy to me. And it was such a fun experience that I feel like we have to get back, and we have to go even further at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I really believe that this group can do it.
Yeah, feeling like the energy from the community and school for us making it to the Final Four last year. I think now that we've all felt it, it's we want it even more this year. So we're gonna push ourselves even harder in the team to get there again.
Yeah.
It's been really fun, and I'm excited to do it again this year.
Yeah. Coach, how is it? Does it change anything, or probably does not necessarily change anything, but when you've got really young players with them that have been such heavy contributors so early in their career, how much does that pay off when they start to? They've got a couple years under their belt, but there's still a long runway out ahead of them.
It's just they get exposure to the experience early on,
Mm-hmm.
and a testament to these two being the young ones, I'm assuming that
Yeah,
you're talking
right,
about,
yeah.
of just keeping their head on their shoulders, especially in the moments when you feel like you don't have the control, or you feel like, that youth or that frustration comes in. I think it's great learning lessons for them, and just being calm, cool, and collective and handling their composure just shows the maturity level of those two, and how they can feed into even the younger ones that we've had added to our team this year.
Yeah.
I think they've done a great job. I think they're going to continue to do a great job. We try not to put a ton of pressure on them. I think they put enough pressure on themselves, and I think they know the weight that they carry. But the beauty of our team and what we do is we do it together, and they all know that. So.
Yeah. Clarkie, describe your role on this team.
I feel like for me, being a senior is especially being the main voice and leader of the team, and just making sure we're all under one voice, all on the same page. And I feel like it's gonna be really cool this year just to see how I've seen it in the past, leaders I look up to, and now that's what the role I'm in, just helping my team all stay together.
Yeah.
I will add to that.
Yeah.
She plays a bigger role than what she
Sure.
allows being a senior. She's just been a key contributor down the stretch, even from years past, just for what she offers to this team. She does the little things that we ask for her that you don't think show up on a stat sheet or you don't see anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
She's the person behind the scenes that pulls the curtain back sometimes for us, or gets down on the defensive end and gets some major stops for us. So she does a lot of the little junk work that we ask of her.
Yeah. How much have y'all learned from Clarkie?
Learned a lot, to be honest. Clarkie is very vocal, and that's something I've had trouble with. So being able to look up to someone that is vocal and talks to teammates regularly and is not afraid to call someone out if necessary. It's been really inspirational.
Yeah, and she'll like in the games, if you're ever frustrated, she'll always like calm you down.
Very good.
She's always got a smile on her face too. She does everything with a bubbly attitude. So even when you think that she might be frustrated, she's like, let's get it done.
Yeah. Avery and Maddie, so y'all have kind of gone from the being the baby on varsity, kind of, still, but playing a big role even while you were, one of the younger ones. How have you kind of changed over the last couple of years to kind of realizing that you can be one of the leaders of this team and your contributions both on and off the court really matter?
Well, I feel like we've had some very big leaders. Like Libby, example for last year, was a very big leader. So I feel like it's our time now to kind of step up just for our team. And I feel like we have enough experience at this point to really make those big calls and judgments. And I think it's going to be necessary for us to do this year too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whenever like I was in 8th grade, I always looked up to like somebody, and like knowing I've been on varsity for 2 years, I feel like I can like help the younger kids too.
Yeah. Coach, highlight some of the other varsity players here.
We've got a solid, 7 coming back this year, and we filled the roster with 5 freshmen. So it's a mixture a good bit this year, but we've got Lindsay Dean, who came off a really good summer for us and is going to have a probably strong, solid junior year for us. You've got Annabella Avery, who's come off a good summer, who's another senior that's going to step up big in the post presence for us. I still like that talking game when I forget everybody. You've got, Kate Bakken, who played 6th man, 7th man for us last year, came off the bench and averaged some good minutes for us. Who I think is going to step up in some ways that a lot of people haven't seen. And I think by being behind these 3, she's going to step up and contribute in ways that, hasn't been seen before. Dot, Kate Garrett, sorry, that's her nickname, Dot. Her and Annabelle have both been dealing with injuries throughout preseason, so just getting them back into the shape of things and caught up for practice. Have I missed anybody? If I've missed somebody, I think our solid crew that has returned has enough experience to make a statement this year, and just to rock steady. And then our incoming freshmen, you've got Alexa Nelson, who will back up point some, who will help at the point along with Kate Bakken. You've got Karma Kilgore, who's going to come off, sharpshooter, who's ready to shoot at any time. And you've got Lily, who we haven't, we've had a post presence, but I think she's going to add a different kind of post presence. She's a bigger post presence for us than we've had in years. And then you've got Merritt and Olivia, who are just going to step in and just be great role players for us. And so, again, I go back to thinking that we've got a strong, solid 7 returning. We've got a strong, solid 5 coming in as freshmen. And you asked me the question earlier, how do I do it with people being involved? And it's all about relationships and getting to know the kids and getting to know these young ladies right here and off the court. That way they understand where I'm coming from when I coach hard, or when a situation happens, they know I got their back and just as much as they got mine.
Yeah. Stylistically, is this year's group going to look much different? Have you had to make any changes to what y'all are going to do?
I think every year you try to add in some wrinkles. You try to make some different changes. I think stylistically we still want to be fast. We still want to get the ball out the net and go. It might come down to situational play a lot this year. I think that's a lot of what we've kind of worked on or talked about this summer. But I think every year is always a growth, or something you add, something you see, something that you need to change or do better at. And I think this year is just one of those where we really want to be heavy on the defensive end and get a lot out of our defense. And then that way offense is a lot easier for us to come. I know a lot of people like to switch things up and pressure us, or we sit back and we play in a zone. and just getting better in those situational areas, like what happens when a team, we're coming into a heavy team that's pressuring us, or what happens when we see a lot of zone. What does that look like? Do we change our style? And we don't. We just learn to adjust and adapt.
All right, for you three, tell me something about your game over the off season that you've kind of made a point to work on or improve.
Shooting, for me, shooting. I really want to make myself more versatile. So not just focusing like on my post presence, but also being able to shoot from the three and just be consistent from it too. So I've been really focusing on that in my preseason.
I feel like I've been focusing on trying to work to look for my drives more, and like when I'm open, taking it, like myself taking it to the hole. And I feel like that's just going to be important this season, as we have shooters, but then we also need people who's going to drive. So I'm going to try to work on that this season.
I feel like I've been working on getting stronger and like getting my shot off faster.
Very good. All right, so are there any highlights on the schedule?
Pretty much every game. No, I mean, we've got a tough schedule, and we do it every year. I thought we had a tough schedule last year, and I thought that's what kind of helped us down the stretch. I think, scheduling the way we did this year, it really gets us prepared for January, for February, for March, and that's a lot of what we tell them. Like, take these games that you're in right now, November, December, and we got to start peaking at December. We start getting better, I think we're going to be tested pretty much all year, and that's what we want to be, because by the time January happens, by the time February happens, we don't want to see any surprises as a team. We want to be able to sit there and say, hey, we've been through this before, we've seen this, and we know what to do in these situations. So,
was there a moment last year that you felt like was there ever a light bulb moment where like you realized or they realized like, hey, this team can make a run?
I think probably after Christmas. I think, we started on a 7-0 run last year, and then we kind of got punched by Madison Academy. It woke us up a little bit, I think, where it was like, hey, it's all in the preparation and what we do. And so that was our focus after that game all through December on, doing the little things right, like I say, doing the little things right, holding one another accountable and doing it for each other, playing for the person next to you. But I think, we played some pretty tough teams in Gulf Shores, one of them being Coffee County, who went very far in Tennessee, that was like, hey, we can hang with this team, and we weren't even full go those games. They're battling some injuries, battling some sickness. It's the last day of the tournament, and they've got 4 D1 players on the floor, and we're still punching back and battling. And I think in that moment, for them, they started understanding, like, it doesn't matter, if we're the biggest or the strongest on the floor. It matters all in the preparation and what we do. And they started believing, like, hey, we are a good team, and we can do things, and we can carry this forth. And I think that was a part of all of last year and what they thought. And I think it's the same moving into this year. Is what the first thing that they said is, this summer it was like we didn't miss a beat. We battled through some things and understood getting people caught up and involved. But I think that's just a testament to their hard work and what they do. I mean, I always tell them, player-led teams are better than coach-led teams. When y'all can lead yourselves when you're out on the floor because you're the ones playing, and us coaches are doing our job. When we work together in that, all things come together.
Yeah. Girls, what did y'all see? Like, obviously, yes, like you have all this success last year, you want to go do it again. What things did you learn from that postseason run that you kind of took from that to say, like, hey, here's the things that we know we have to do if we want to achieve things like that?
I think we need to stay consistent. I feel like we had a lot of highs and lows, and I think just making it more steady and really keeping each other calm and accountable is what we have to do this coming year.
Mm-hmm.
I think also like focusing and like giving 100% energy in every game and not just like focusing on these like bigger games we have this season, but like you said, like staying consistent and like working harder each day to get to where we were last year.
Yeah, I think we just need to like have the same energy in practice as we do in like the games and stuff. Like stay steady.
What else do we need to know about this team?
What do y'all want to know about this team?
We're gonna get back. We're gonna work to get there. We're gonna make it there.
I will say this team likes to fight. This team, you know, this year got a taste of it. A lot of them got a taste of last year, and they're hungry, which is always a good thing when you're going into season. You got to stay hungry, even in the highs and lows. But I totally agree with these three sitting here with the consistency, staying consistent. But there's no surprises. We come in, we work, we do our jobs, and everything else will take care of itself.
Awesome.